Triumph heralded the Bobber and the Bobber Black as premium bikes, the top of the Bonneville range at the time. It was given premium detailing, premium parts and premium paintwork. They even gave it a premium price tag. And then, for reasons known only to Triumph, they went and did this. Now the Bobber shares the same switchgear as all the other Bonneville bikes. There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't expect them to make a different set of switchgear for the Bobber and the Bobber Black just because it has bar end mirrors. But there's that telltale hole for the stalked handlebar mirrors to hide. And I would have expected that Triumph would have looked for a premium solution to this. But they didn't. Instead, they went to IKEA, rifled through some furniture boxes and used these, a plastic bung. The type of thing that you see on office furniture for hiding screw heads and bolts and that kind of thing. And it's bugged me right since day one, right since I took delivery of the Bobber Black. Now, I know I'm a bit picky and a lot of people are going to think these are perfectly fine, and that's okay. We're all different, but I personally expected a slightly more elegant solution to this than Triumph have gone ahead with. I know why they've done it. These holes are not as simple and straightforward as they first appear. There are subtle differences in the profile. It's not simply a cylindrical hole. So instead of giving themselves a big headache designing something to do the job properly, they just covered the whole area up. And to my eye, it just looks clumsy. Now, I suspect that cost was also an issue, and I would be surprised if Triumph's version of a delete plug cost more than a penny each for them to buy in. But luckily, MOTONE Customs put their heads into this problem last year for people that wanted to remove the stalked mirrors on the T120s, etc., and put bar end mirrors on. And in fact, I think they're one of only maybe two companies that actually tackled the problem and produced mirror delete plugs. Now, of course, this is a MOTONE Bobber project, so once again I bageled MOTONE's parts department and got a set of their delete plugs. Now, these are two specially shaped CNC machined aircraft grade aluminium delete plugs finished in an anodized black. They come complete with a stainless steel Allen screw and a washer, and with a fitting time of about 2 minutes for both sides. You can turn this into this. Now, Triumph designed the faceplates on the throttle body covers purely as a point of adornment, and they promptly released some accessory versions for us to customise our bikes. Now, I can't say that I blame Triumph for this, but this was intentionally designed to be very difficult to reproduce. Triumph wanted the custom parts market for these bikes to be their market, and they knew full well that the majority of custom parts producers wouldn't be able to replicate the shape because it would require very expensive investment casting. Now, MOTONE Customs released their Union Jack version last year, a part that I demonstrated on the Triumph T120. And I have to admit, I'm having trouble keeping up with MOTONE Customs at the moment because they seem to be rolling a new part off the production line almost weekly now. 2 years of hard work and investment are paying off. And in line with their Webco inspired custom parts, they've now released the Webco inspired throttle body covers. And in this case, it's matte black. Now, I have to admit, when I first saw this big finned part, I wasn't convinced. But then again, my taste isn't everyone else's taste. And it was actually only when I got it fitted that I realised I liked it very much. It gives the bike a very masculine, purposeful look. Yes, it is just a bauble, it's frippery, but isn't that what customising our bikes is all about? These are high-end OEM quality, high pressure die cast aluminium parts that no other custom part manufacturer is able to produce at the moment. The quality and the standard of workmanship is better than Triumph's own, and each set comes with a set of brass turn screws for that authentic vintage look. You can of course leave the original screws in place if you prefer, but I personally like the brass ones. These are finished in a textured black paint which matches that of the Bonneville Bobber Black's engine, and the fit is perfect. There's nothing else like this on the market. There's no doubt about it. As a third-party custom parts manufacturer, MOTONE Customs are moving into uncharted territory here. But I think that the risks that they've taken are going to open up a whole new world and class of custom parts that us as motorcycle enthusiasts never expected to see. Now, you might be forgiven for thinking that MOTONE Customs have got just about all bases covered now, and they can sit back and rest on the laurels. Whilst I've been sitting here editing this video together, yet another consignment of MOTONE parts have arrived. The latest finish variations on some parts that you've already seen, and that's not the end of it. I know for a fact this is just the tip of the iceberg. These are indeed exciting times for the likes of you and me. Now, I'm going to end this video here so I can go and open that box and have a play with everything that's contained inside. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you've found it useful. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I'll leave a link to MOTONE's website for the parts that I've shown you today in the video description down below. I'll be back on Friday, so until then, ride safely and I'll see you soon.